What's up, guys? It's Agile here, and we are back in Farming Simulator 2025. And we're going to be continuing on right where we left off here. So hopefully you guys enjoyed episode 1 as much as I enjoyed creating it. So let's immediately jump right back into to the game here. So our AI is planning over there. I did turn the volume up another 10%, so we're at 40% volume now for audio for as far as music goes. So hopefully it's not too loud now. I couldn't really hear it when I was listening to it after I had posted it. It's kind of strange, but I mean I could hear it in some songs, but I wanted it to be a little louder. So if it's too loud now, let me know. It's just louder in my headset than what it seemed to be in my actual editing. So but yeah, anyways, just let me know if it's too loud for you guys and then I'll change it. But we're going to be harvesting our canola here. Canola. I don't plan on making this one super long because I do have a couple things I got to get to in real life today as well. But yeah, let's get going on this field here, get it done. Look at that AI worker over there. Sorry, plant that field, man. Plant it. Our fancy new seeder over there that doesn't even have to use cultivation. I guess it uses cultivation itself a little bit, but or it says it takes care of cultivation itself, but I guess I didn't look at it too close to see if there actually is anything on it that would actually cultivate for us. But regardless, get this little field done here and make some more money, or maybe store it too. I don't know. We'll have to see. Seems like our canola is filling up a little bit faster than our wheat did, which is possible. Yeah, I heard a trick with the beef cattle that if you don't sell them until 8 months or 18 months or I don't know, I'd have to look again, but if you don't sell them until a certain time, you don't have to feed them or give them water, which obviously you can't do in real life, but then when you're ready to sell them, like in the game, you could then feed them and they would bring the max amount of money. I don't know if that's true or not, so you might look into that. I see the animations have gotten better for the livestock as well. Yeah, he's just planting wheat back in over there, so I think we're gonna do all wheat for right now. Just keep it simple for the time being. Eventually I would like to branch out into some other crops as well here, but we should probably buy a pressure washer too to wash up our tractors, because I don't like when they're so dirty. In real life, I'm kind of what's the right word I'm looking for? I'm pretty picky about how dirty machinery is. It just is, you know, frustrating. Like, you know, it gets dirty, then you can't see out of the windows, and then, you know, like you build up more and more stuff, like mud caked into spots, then stuff starts breaking, or, you know, doesn't work right, or electronics go bad, and, you know, it's just easier to keep things clean. Obviously, if a light, there's always, like, almost always a light film of dust on stuff, but I mean, keeping stuff clean like this here. See all that dirt on the side? Maybe it's rust too, I don't know. But if it is dirt, you know, that would kind of start beginning to bother me there. But, you know, nothing that a quick wash couldn't fix, so. You know, I'm a big advocate for, you know, you take care of your equipment and, you know, it'll last you a lot longer, so. And, you know, probably comes from my dad, because, he'd actually go out and, you know, wash the tractors off, and then he'd actually give them a nice wax, too. And make sure they're nice and shiny yet, so they're, you know, they're protected from things like the sun and the elements and you know, dirt and stuff like that, so. In real life, I'm actually looking for an alternative to soybeans to put back on in as a basically a rotational crop for corn to put more nitrogen into the soil. So if you guys know of any crops like that aren't beans, let me know, I guess, in the comments down below. But obviously legumes of most kinds, legumes being beans, put nitrogen back into the soil pretty heavily. But I'm not a huge fan of soybeans, so I'm trying to find a cool alternative that maybe I could do, but kind of a challenge right now. I'm definitely struggling to find something, but the reason that I'm talking about putting nitrogen back in the soil is because when you do a lot of corn takes a ton of nitrogen out of the soil. So what you want to do then is find a crop that that basically puts that nitrogen back into the soil and takes something else out of the soil that corn does not. So what a lot of people do in the Midwestern United States is they'll actually plant 3 different crops. They'll plant corn, which is pulling that out of the soil, and then they plant soybeans to put the put it back in the soil, and then they'll actually plant wheat. And what wheat does is it's pretty easy on soil as far as nutrients go, and it also helps to establish root systems in your topsoil, meaning that you have less erosion, a little more bacteria breakdown. And then another cool thing that wheat does is actually by placing it in between your plants of soybeans and corn, it gets rid of a lot of pests. So things like nematodes and whatnot, like, you know, breaks it up so that those don't develop so much on like your beans and whatnot. So kind of cool, you know, you can kind of prevent pests by planting different crops and whatnot, which is pretty sweet. And actually, if you get into some more of the organic farming, basically you can actually plant like barrier crops. It's like different flowering plants or corn plants, you know, things that are going to produce pollen or some sort of an attractant to insects like bees to help pollinate things, to help keep insects down and whatnot. So that's kind of cool. I mean, we actually were really given, you know, we were given everything that we needed, you know, from the Lord to plant and to, you know, maintain our crops. But of course we saw a need to change a lot of it. So I'm not saying that it's not effective, you know, with some of the stuff that is out there. You know, like obviously herbicides do well at keeping weeds down. Of course, there's new studies going on showing that, you know, herbicides, as weeds continue to build resistance to them, that we're actually building more species and subspecies of weeds over time here because of the resistance to herbicides. So we're actually creating more weeds that we then have to invent more sprays for, and that we then have to, you know, to spray down on our fields to manage those weeds. So it's just kind of a never-ending cycle there. So there's pros and cons to everything, you know, but there's some little information that I found interesting there for you as we're going back and forth in this field. I might be done harvesting by the time that guy's done planting the field, and he had a head start on us. It looks like we might actually make it through this whole field without filling up. I thought we were going much faster than we were with the wheat, but... This is an oddly shaped field. We're just gonna keep powering through it. You know, realistically, we could probably buy a baler, then we could probably bale up the swaths for straw, and then sell those bales as well. Make a little more money, but I'm not sure if I want to mess with that quite yet. End up with this weird little shape here, this little wedge shape. Which is alright, it won't take long to fix it. We're still doing okay for money as well. Obviously it's going to be a few months until we can actually sell off at least our wheat for sure. I haven't looked at canola prices yet. We should do that after we get this little chunk taken out. Alright, let's take a look at the wheat prices here. Or not wheat, the canola prices. So highest in December. So we are going up right now, but again, we want to wait because they'll go up by several more hundred here. So let's go unload this, and then we'll go take it over to the silo, and hopefully we can store 2 crops at once. Is he finally starting with his hedgerows over there? Looks like he is. This might actually fill up our trailer here. Nope, not quite. Cool. I want to try something here, guys. I want to try to take a picture for our thumbnail, you know? But, I'm going to press F7 once. Hopefully it's not bound to anything in the game. Okay, it's definitely bound to something in the game. Okay, we're going to have like 10,000. Okay, I don't know what it's actually doing. We're going to have to find what it's bound to. Okay, we're just like zooming around the map. There you go. Some interesting stuff for you guys here. We're gonna have to press F7. That's what I bound my keys to. What if I just press escape? Okay, now we're saving. Okay, that didn't help me. Okay, I don't know what F7 does, but we're just zooming around the map here. Okay, this is the back of our AI worker's head. Can I just move? Oh, okay, whoa. Okay, so we're actually like still in the tractor. What if I get out? Oh, it fixed it. Okay, that was weird. Should we try to find that, what it's bound to? Controls. What's F7 actually bound to, or what's it actually do? Hopefully I don't scroll past it here. I don't see any F buttons at all. Here's F1. F8. Reset head tracking. See, I'm pressing F7 though. There's got to be an F7, right? No, it says it's linked to F8 for the reset head tracking. I'm guessing that's what that is. I don't know. It's pretty weird. Let's just rebind this to F8. Actually, never mind. We're gonna hit escape. I don't want to screw up my recording here, so I'll mess with that some more when I'm not recording. All right. Anyway, I guess we got a picture, but we probably got about 10,000 weird pictures with that one too, because every time I had to change screens, I was taking a picture. Let's go check out our AI worker over here, who's falling behind on his job. It's taking forever. Ah, he's doing a good job though. Look at how nice and neat this is. Ah, since I'm here, I can explain to you guys. Kind of hard to show you without showing you, but basically when you're planting like this, something that would be, I guess, done, or something that a lot of folks like to do is then get out, and you come and take a look at your seeds. You get like a little spade, and then you take a little tool, and you want to dig out 1 or 2 seeds in different spots, and just make sure that your seeder's actually planting to the right depth, the right spacing, and all that. So just kind of double checking your work there, basically, or your machine's work. Always a good idea. We do have that other smaller seeder as well that we could get going, but that would require us to also cultivate the field, so which we may do, we may. Hey, deer. I ran through that tree. Alright, let's unload here. Cool, so we can store multiple grain types in our silo. I guess we have 2 silos, but I'm assuming it takes multiple. So when we actually want to sell our stuff, we'll be able to do that. Okay, and for now we're just gonna park this right here. And we'll run over here and grab this. We won't need this for a while either, just want to get it out of the way. As I said, we may have to speed up our growth cycles a little bit here, just because it may take too long to actually grow stuff with the amount of fields that we have currently. And since we don't own a lot of grass, making hay would kind of be non-beneficial right now as well. Although we could look at, let's see here, we could actually look at grassland mowers here. I thought I got some, yeah, so this one's only $5,000, this double bar mower, which we actually use these a lot in real life. I've used these a ton. Disc binds, so these are what we call disc binds here. They have basically big, think of like big kitchen plates in there that are, fairly sharp, and they spin really fast and it mows them down. Disc bind, basically you're disking it, or using discs to cut the grass. Very popular in some areas of the country, very popular overseas, of course, too. But these are super popular in my area because they handle rocks really well. And actually, why don't we just... Okay, so we actually... Okay. I really want to buy this, but if I buy that, then that means I'm going to have to probably buy a tedder. Although I did get some fun mods that combine them. Oof, yeah, we're way too broke for that. We could buy this one, which also has... We could turn these into bales, I suppose. But we may have to still get a actual tedder yet, and I don't know if we want to spend that much money currently. I mean, it'd be, what, around... let's see here, we'd have 11,000 there. Plus if we wanted the convenient one that would basically pull it together for us, we'd have to get one of these, probably this one at the smallest, which that would be another. Yeah, so we're sitting just over 60,000 here, which I don't know if we necessarily want to do currently for the time being, because we may have to buy something emergency wise. So yeah, we're gonna hold off on that for right now. We could also sell trees for a quick buck as well, but $4,000 for maybe, yeah. What is this? What is this? Mowers cut grass. Oh, a push behind one. 35,000. That's more than our double mower. Okay, he's just about done. He or she is just about done planting this, which is good. As soon as they're done with that field, I think we're gonna put them on that other one over there. Let's actually look at our growth here. So we want our growth. So 4 is growing still. This is harvested, and he's planting this back into growing right now. And then we'll have to plant this field and plant this field yet. And you know what? I'm not actually sure. Oh, here's how you buy it. So these are our fields. So like this one would be 225,000. So pretty expensive actually. You know, we do have quite a few trees around though as well. So we could cut some trees down, but we definitely don't have the equipment for that either. Kind of like to sell this cultivator and this other seeder here, this other planter. How much would that actually net us? What could we sell that for? Let's see here. So this would sell for 12,500. And we could sell this for another, oops, not that. This for, oh, it's 216 bucks. We might as well just leave it. So basically we could only sell, where's our cultivator at? Did we already sell that? Oh, here it is. So 2,600. So, I mean, yeah, we could probably get somewhere in the, 14,000-ish range for that, but that's still nothing about, I was thinking about buying another cedar is where I'm going with that, but here's our animals as well, which we should probably just sell off for the time being, but I'm not sure. Anyway, let's keep moving on here. I might actually turn the speed up, just turn it up 1 here. Where is our speed at? Time scale 5 times. Let's go ahead and turn that up to... Is 10 times too much? Doesn't seem like it is. We'll leave it on 10 times for now. I don't know. Hopefully it's not too much. But they're on their last row here. And then once they're done with that, we can start them on the next field. Let's see what happens to this little straw pile right here. Hopefully she just bulldozes it over. Oh yeah, it's gone. Immediately gone. Yeah, they do a really good job planting. It looks nice. We could actually get them going on the other field, so we'll go grab our cultivator. We won't sell it yet. We'll just get it going on the other field there as well. So we do have some bees here. Are these actually functioning bees? I don't know how to do bees, guys, but there's like a little area here. Do they actually produce something? Like, what is this? Small shed. Okay, is that like a building site maybe or something? Alright, we'll have to figure that stuff out later too. Take our little cultivator down there to the big field, number 2. And get going on that one then. So the number 2 field should actually net us pretty good profit as well. I mean, look, it's a pretty big field. Okay, let's get an AI going on that. And we'll swap to this one because they just completed. They parked us in the trees. And let's get them going on this other field over here. All right. They're going on that one as well. So that should be, they're going on that one. This person's doing something. I'm not entirely sure what. They might be doing every other row, maybe. We're just gonna let them do their thing. Alright, let's look at the discount too. Still the same the way it looks? What does this thing do? Oh, it's a disc harrow, okay. Cool. Alright. And so, what did our cedar what's our cedar able to plant? We have this one, so yeah, just all small grain stuff there. What are these? Will this tell me? No, it won't tell me. I don't actually want to buy another one, I just wanted to know the symbol. So what we could actually do is just go in here. Oh no, let's go to prices and then, oh, it's peas. Okay, we can plant peas as well. Peas actually look fairly profitable. So maybe we'll branch out a little bit. Maybe we'll do some peas, huh? Should we plant some peas? How about spinach? I saw that was an option as well. Ooh, no, I don't think so. Unless spinach gives us a ton of weight, maybe. Also green beans. Doesn't look too bad. We're just about to the peak season for selling those, so that'd probably be unintelligent to plant that right now. So I think we're gonna go with actually maybe we'll do peas on our big field down there, huh? We'll stick to wheat up here on these fields. Then we'll try peas down yonder. Can our actual, oops, wrong button there. Can our actual header take peas though is the question? Okay, where am I at here? What do I got going on? I want vehicles. Oh, okay, I'm here. Jeez. Sometimes I get lost. Okay, our header will... Ooh. These are just regular beans, I believe. So what header would we need to put on that then to actually be able to harvest those peas, and how much would that cost? Would have been our special header, maybe? Sunflower, sorghum, nope. Not that, so how about grain? Okay, none of these are changing anything. Maybe it is all types of beans then? Shouldn't be under corn. Yeah, because that looks like a different symbol, doesn't it? Let's take a look here again. Yeah, that's soybeans. So how would we harvest peas? I don't know. Let's look in here once. Let's see here. Crops. And then we want peas. I can't click on that. Okay. I must have, I think you're probably out of grain crops. Catch crops. Nope, that's not right. Root crops? No, that'd be like your, yeah. How about vegetables? Okay, here we go. So the vegetable farming and farming simulator is growing. After carrots, parsnips, and red beet, you can now also grow spinach, green beans, and peas. Unlike root vegetables, no special sowing machines are required and no ridges need to be built. After preparing the soil, the vegetables are sown using a seeding machine. When the vegetables are ready for harvesting, you will need special harvesting machines. Each of the 3 varieties has its own harvesting machine. So you should decide at the beginning which type of vegetable you want to start with, as the acquisition costs can very quickly exceed the capabilities of your farm. Okay, so for carrots, parsnips, red beets, spinach, green beans, and peas. So any vegetables, we would basically need special equipment. So what is the special equipment though, and where do we find it? That's the question. Oh, here, right in front of my face. Oh. Why do we have these planters then if we can... Okay. Vegetable harvesters. Okay, so there are smaller ones. So how about pea harvesters? Okay. Guys, we're not getting into the pea business. We're not getting into the pea business right now. Is that really? They're all just huge, huh? We could get into the carrot business, of course. I don't know how profitable that is. We'd have to look at prices and whatnot. I feel like these are risks that I probably shouldn't be looking at. Let's look at the, oops, at the prices again here. Red beets, carrots, yeah, so they're not worth that much either. Unless, of course, they give us a lot of liters, but... Nah. Oh well, it was an idea. We might come back to that later. Good thing we looked at all that stuff first before we actually went and, you know, did the thing, planted them. But oh, they're doing good progress over here too. Let's go check on our other guy down here, or gal. I don't know. Oh, they're doing good as well here. But anyways, guys, that is going to wrap up this one here. Like I said, it's going to be a half hour long here, or a little over, just because I got a couple things I got to go take care of in real life here. So anyways, guys, thanks for watching episode 2 here. We're going to keep, you know, hashing it out and keep on trying to make some more moolah, make some more money, you know, and continue growing our ever expanding farm. So thanks for watching, guys, and we'll catch you in the next one.